Welcome to this week's edition of the Property Talk, where we make sense of the real estate industry. On set with me is Mr. Vincent AGABA. You have had sessions with him. We have interacted with him a couple of times on the show. You have found him at the events we have hosted. He is our real estate analyst on the show. And today we're going to be talking about real estate. When you see Mr. Vincent on set, you know it's all about real estate, the things that are affecting us, the things we're benefiting from, and where our market is at right now. It's a pleasure having you on set, Vincent.
Thank you, Christabel, and I appreciate. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you for riding this show through all these years. It's
Thank
not
you.
easy. It's not something to
Definitely.
take for granted.
We appreciate. Thank you. Key topic right now in the world we are in, leaving alone just the real estate world, is AI. How is AI going to affect the real estate market generally in the world? Or has it even already started affecting us? Or should we say us in the real estate market, we are safe? It's the service providers, people in the goods, products that are going to be affected.
If you're talking about AI,
Yes.
artificial intelligence,
Yes.
for that purpose. And the reason I'm saying that is that we either join the AI crusade or we are left out. It is here to stay and it is with us. It has very many advantages, the AI. Last week, we had a leadership meeting at where I work at Harvard Housing Limited. And the question was, how do you use AI to ensure that you make your work easier at Harvard Housing Limited? You know, you can take minutes, you can generate a business plan, you can do so many things with artificial intelligence. You can do all the advertising and all these things. So the question is, how important is artificial intelligence in the real estate sector? The point is, you can't press enough the importance of that. So in real estate, I think what we are going to do now is to have mindset change. Because most of us, we are very, very, very quick when it comes to issues with technology. Just changing a phone
is a problem.
A problem.
I know.
Yes, moving from one phone to the next.
Another. If it's not broken, it's not having issues, you'd hold that phone season in and season out.
Exactly, because the troubles of losing the contacts and they are adjusting and so forth. Now the question is, speak about artificial intelligence. How are we going to adopt? So my point is, when I see our colleagues in the real estate sector, we can't remain to be traditional because we're dealing with actually a lot of external environment. Today, the Gen Zs, the young people who are our clients, are actually very much on top of the AI. ChatGPT. My daughter today, when I have issues, she's the one who's helping me, but she's 14. Now the question is, how do I build my business? Avats, property management, real estate development, agency, mortgage providing, all these things, architecture, engineering, QS, quantity surveying, land surveying. How do we adopt the tools that are within with AI to ensure that our work is efficient, is cost effective, and we're able to deliver a service at the fastest speed possible? The point is, we have to learn quickly. So if we cannot able to have someone around us who knows it, we must take the trainings. We must go back to class and do some courses. If we don't do that, either we have capacity to hire people in our institutions that are able to do it. Even in this show which we're talking about, how do we apply AI to ensure that our show is more dynamic, more efficient, and so forth? So going back to your question, how important is AI into real estate? It is so much important that actually you enjoy the economies of scale, it cuts the cost of production, and also delivers the service as efficient, as effective as possible, and faster in terms of delivery. Now, those are benefits. And for me, it is as important as yesterday. So the question is, are we ready for it? The issue is not yet. Why? Because we are traditional, we are trying to cling to the past. And what we need is to go back to class. There are tools online, YouTube, we can learn. There is, of course, trainings, courses in universities, but also associating with the IT guys who are now in the market to ensure that they are friends, they can help us, and so forth. So that's in summary what I would say, Christabel. But what you're saying is relevant and we can't avoid it, including even these hotels. How do you manage your hotel and market it online?
So we should not be afraid of AI in the real estate industry. We should actually embrace it.
We should embrace it, because the issue is, if you're going to be found online, you must have content. And AI can help you develop
generate that content
and generate it and disseminate it faster and quickly. And all the search engines will be able to look and tap into that. And then your website is be ranking, your hotel will be #1. And people are more and more going online to search for services. If you're not visible, you will not get customers. You cut out.
True. With the state of our economy right now, you know, years ago we told people we're going to face the effects of COVID 3, 4, 5 years later. And now I'm sure you can testify that we are facing their effects. In 2021, we were not facing effects.
Yeah.
2022, we hadn't started facing the effects. We started facing the effects 2023, 2024.
Yes.
With the economy, how it's standing, what would you say is the future of our real estate market in Uganda?
What we can talk about today is that we have a buyer's market. And the buyer's market is a symbol of some stresses in the back end. So we are actually experiencing the effects of COVID even today, because that is what is resulting into being the buyer's market. You have a lot of properties on the market for sale. You have few buyers. Now the question is why? It means there is less and less disposable income and less money in circulation for people to be able to acquire more properties. There are two factors here. One would say that maybe the prices of properties are up
high.
in the roof,
Yes,
because of speculation,
yes,
or people just don't have the money to buy.
yes.
Now the question for me is, which is which between me and you? But for me, from the point of view I'm seeing, is that people have been having some hard times into businesses. People have been having challenges in terms of cash flow. And we cannot dispute that as a spillover of the last 2-3 years. Now, I will tell you the other thing which is going to beat us now is the issue we're going through, the election cycle.
Yes. I was actually going to ask that.
Exactly. The election cycle, what it does is that people hold
money.
They
yes.
hold on and they say, let's wait and see what's happening. Because they are not optimistic, they are not sure what the results will be. Now, in that case, you will not see any situation becoming better, changing from a buyer's market to a seller's market through next year. And based on how the election is handled next year, post-election, we may also see 2027 behaving the same way. Until that settles, then people will come in 2028 to start deploying the money. Or 2027, depending on how the election goes. Behaves in 2026. So that is a factor that we cannot dispute. And then after that, we shall now start seeing people investing and also trying to anticipate the next 5 years of what happens. So this is our cycle. We live with it. We know it. Except COVID is the one which was unknown to us.
Unknown, yes.
Yeah, but now the combination of COVID going out of it and now elections coming back, that only postpones
the recovery process.
So people should be prepared for this.
So does that mean during the time that we're going to have the elections, the campaigns, does that mean that prices of real estate market products will also shoot high? Or does that mean they'll go a bit lower to give people at least room to purchase these products and hold on to construction? Or that still...
Given 18 years I have been here in this market, my anticipation is you will see something happening in 2027. Because the ones who have the capacity to buy now will wait for 2026. The ones who make money in 2026, because elections, we are looking at it as if it is a doomsday. No, it has also some benefits.
Yes, true.
Because the money goes into the economy.
The economy, money is in circulation. As much as there's that bit of chaos that we hope is not happening, there is a bit of free circulation of income in the economy. And
there will be people will be printing posters, people will be traveling, people will be sleeping in hotels, people will be, because they are trying to reach out to the masses. There will be money released into the economy. Now that money, to make sense for us in the real estate industry, will be in 2027. Because people now will have the money and they say, oh, election is over, we are good to go, let me buy a property. Let me invest. We shall see new MPs coming into the parliament who are now earning money. They want to buy some property.
Yes. So housing is always going to be a necessity. Housing is always going to be key. But what are we doing to actually answer this necessity and this key? With Mr. Vincent, we talk about all these details.
We shall see all these groups who are not been in these electoral offices coming in, and their first investment is buying a home, is buying a piece of land, and so forth, as they walk through their 5-year term. So 2027 for me is going to be some good time to think about how our economy will react to the real estate industry.
Right now, where we are with the economy, like you've just said, how does one then push the seller's market? What advice would you give to those in the selling market? How can they push to be able to tap into the buyer's market?
I think what we need to do is that, again, people must understand and say, look, if I was to invest in a bar, with due respect to the bar business, and invest in buying a plot of land, what is more secure for me?